I'm used to my mom sleeping in my bed whenever my father isn't home. Sometimes my mom sleeps in my bedroom even though my father is here. Perhaps a fight was happening between the two of them. My dad disappeared 2 years ago and my mom always slept in my bedroom since. I asked her if she sleeps in my bedroom because she misses dad and feels lonely. The one and only answer I received, whenever she is in there, the whole room is a dead zone, as she calls it. A couple of years later, my mom and I decided to sell our house in order to live on a busier suburb. The new owners of the house seemed happy we left some useful amenities, for free, but displeased when they discovered that my mom left a room locked, with keys nowhere to be found. My mom died a week after selling the house. With the key's location still unknown, the owners decided to destroy the door, just to see the bones and the dried flesh of my father left untouched for a long time. I know now what she meant by dead zone. Hi, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Happy New Year. As of right now, it's about 4 hours and 40 minutes after New Year. So, the atrocity that was 2020 is finally behind us. That was a short story from a Reddit user named PopSiren27, and it was called Dead Zone. I will post his information in the bottom in the description. Obviously, today I'm going to be telling you a few more scary stories. So let's go ahead and get right in to the second story. Now, this one is a little gruesome. It is marked not safe for work, so keep that in mind if you're sensitive to that sort of thing. This is by Wendigo Roar, and it's called "I picked up a hitchhiker on the back roads of Wyoming. His duffel bag of souvenirs smelled putrid." And then again, I'm just now realizing, marked with sexual violence. So if that's something that you're sensitive to, if that's something that's gonna affect you in any way negatively, I would suggest turning away from the video. All right, here we go. Driving down the back roads of Wyoming, I saw him standing there, with a duffel bag and no coat, soaked to the skin from the downpour. This far back, he had to live back in the hills, know someone who lived back in the hills, or be one very lost, wet man. He put out his hand, waving it, and I stopped, rolling down the window. "Need a lift?" I called out into the deluge. "Yeah, man, that would be awesome." I reached over and flicked off the lock. "I'll hop in then." He settled in, wedging his duffel around his feet on the floor of the car. "You can throw your bag in the back if you want. I like to keep it close." He said no more, which made things a tad awkward. Some silences feel normal and natural, and others feel uncomfortable and forced. And then there are ones like this one, where I wasn't sure whether I was more afraid to break it or maintain it. I turned up the heater a bit and looked over at him. "Throw your hands up next to the heater. It'll take the chill off." "Thanks." More silence. "So where do you need to go?" "Any place where I can get a change of clothes, some food, and a roof to sleep under." "There has to be a town nearby, right?" "So, lost it is. It's actually a pretty far jaunt to the nearest town. I'll take you back to my house. You can crash there and we'll get you to town tomorrow. Getting late." "Thanks." "So, where was your car? How'd you get so far out here?" I'd been riding with a guy since Sioux Falls, and he said he knew a shortcut. Drove us back here, and then asked me to get out to see if I could see a road sign. Second I stepped out, he drove off. I wasn't sure where to walk, so I sort of just stayed put." "Man, that's awful. Well, I'm glad I came across you." "Yeah, appreciate it." The car was warming up, getting that warm, humid feeling when people begin to dry, and it was at this point I realized that the man reeked. He was putting off a smell that was truly putrid. "We'll be sure to get you some dry clothes, food. A shower might be nice, get cleaned up and warmed a bit." "Sorry. I know I bring a bit of a stench." "Shit. Guess I wasn't as subtle as I thought I was." It isn't actually me, if you really want to know. My bag takes on some strange smells, especially when it gets wet. "What's getting so nasty to smell like that?" I like women, you know. I love watching them. I love touching them. I love kissing them. I really love fucking them. But sometimes that just isn't enough, you know? So I asked them for souvenirs. But when they get old, the souvenirs can get a little moldy. At this point, things were a bit creepy. Souvenirs? Yeah, just little things. I collect them. All of a sudden, the dark splotches on his bag were looking less like mud and more like something not quite so innocent. What's in your bag? I imagine I sounded a bit gruff, but I was okay with it at this point. A bit of this and a bit of that. I like to collect strips of skin. I don't want to do anything too major, remove major organs, or any of that shit. I'm hoping to one day attach the skin to mannequins, pretend like I'm back with real women, women who aren't fighting me this time. I've got some other parts in here too. I don't play with them or anything weird, you know, I just like them. Seems like, if I like them so much, I should keep them around, you know? Oh, God! I gagged, rolled down my window, and threw up out the side of the car. Fuck. I usually like to start the removal process when, slamming the brakes, I swerved to a stop on the gravel road, the jolt interrupting his explanation. Get out. It wasn't loud, but it was threatening. Man, I was just answering your questions. You're a monster. No, I just like to get off. Women love me, and I love them. I'm not a bad guy. I only do it to women who want me. I just want it a bit more differently than they do. Get out. Oh, dude, were you coming from town? I was a little surprised by the question, so I answered honestly. Yeah. Oh, hey, hold on a second. He unzipped his bag and started to rummage around. As he was digging, he kept talking, so I may not have told you the whole truth before. He pulled some still dripping flesh from his bag. I recognized the scar that had been on her breast from a childhood accident, falling off a tree, and a small brown birthmark from her thigh, when I used to kiss every time we made love. So that is the end of that. Pretty violent, pretty graphic. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed. This is from the I know this is from the No Sleep Reddit, by the way. One of the best places that I find stories on. But I unfortunately do not have any other stories right now. It's it's the holiday season. It's been Christmas and New Year's, so a lot of people are busy. It's a little more difficult to get a hold of people and get responses from people on getting permissions to use their story. And I'm not going to use stories that I don't have permission to use. So I'm just going to kind of talk for a minute. If you guys, I mentioned this in another video, but if you guys have like any stories of your own that you would like to send me, I will post I will post my email down below for you guys to send those to. I would love to Reddit's good. It's a good place. There's a lot of amazing writers on there that don't get as much credit as they should, in my opinion. But it'd be really nice to read some stories from you guys, true or fiction. Just let me specify whether they're true stories or they're fiction. Yeah, I think that would be really fun. Email me if you have any of those that you'd like me to read. I will do my absolute best to make them great. I mean, I'm sure they're already great, but and narration-wise, I will try my best to make you proud, I guess. So, yeah, I hope you guys are having a good New Year so far. I don't know when this video will be posted. Probably Sunday. A few days from now, I have a video already ready to go for tomorrow. So, also, I'm going to be switching up the time a little bit. So, yeah. If you guys enjoy my content, please do me a huge favor and comment, let me know what you think, and share my video with at least one person. Share it on Facebook, share it wherever, send it to someone in Messenger. It goes a long way. It really does. And maybe that person will share it with someone else, and grow this audience and grow our community. But thank you guys so much for being here. As always, I appreciate you, every single one of you. Yeah, I hope you're all well. I will see you guys next time.